Welcome to Farmer's Almanac News Edition. I'm Chief Deputy Chris Hayworth, and I'm bringing you today news about a recent fraud case that we worked involving Lake Deaton. I want to take this opportunity to thank Detective Benninger, who worked the case, and let him tell you a little bit about what he worked. And then I want to get back to talking to you about fraud and ways to avoid it. Detective Benninger?
I was recently assigned a case where a gentleman came up from the St. Cloud and Kissimmee area and approached several residents on Valley Brook Way, which backs up to Lake Deaton. They fraudulently gave information to these residents that he had permission from the villages, and he even named people from the villages that he had spoke to in the past, as well as state representatives, saying he had permission to clear trees and other foliage from the wetland. During our investigation, myself and other detectives interviewed over 20 people, residents and witnesses, that all claimed that this gentleman had gave them this information, and he obtained somewhere to around $10,000 in profits just from his false representation. February 11th, the gentleman came in to conduct an interview with me. At the conclusion of the interview, he was arrested on several charges to include scheme to defraud. Chief Hayworth.
Thank you. We think it's very important to make sure that we send out messages like this so that you can be aware of all the frauds that take place, or as many as we can tell you about. The bottom line comes to this: if it's too good, it probably is. And if somebody's calling you about an opportunity or a job and that you did not solicit, you should definitely look into that. We have a detective specifically assigned to white collar cases, Detective Jeff Cohen. He also does seminars, and he goes out and teaches people about fraud, because fraud is one of the avoidable crimes as long as you're educated about it. We also post updates and community alerts on our Facebook page whenever there's frauds, and in fact, today there'll be one released because we do monitor social media. Somebody posed a question on one of the social media sites about the sheriff soliciting funds for something. The Sumter County Sheriff's Office will not contact you to solicit funds. If you receive something like that, please call us, because that's fraud. Some of the frauds that do take place are people outside of our jurisdiction. Sometimes they're people that we cannot, unfortunately, bring to justice because of this geographic issue. However, we can teach you about it, and we can avoid it by working together. So please be careful, and if you have any questions, please contact the Sumter County Sheriff's Office, because we will vet whatever that problem is so that we can avoid having you become a victim.
And that's the way I like it.